Hey everybody, it's Rae Prostate here for another wonderful edition of CREEM Stream. Just a beautiful Friday night, and I'm here with friends, Rae Savage. Say hello, Ray.
What's up, y'all?
Sir Adamantine,
Cheers, everyone.
and one of our glorious guests, Weebo Jones.
So my home slices.
That's right. She's slicing it, keeping it real, because she knows what the deal is. Let's see.
You,
All
di-
right.
you didn't think
Hello,
I
fellow
forgot about
kids.
you
How are
didn't
you?
you didn't think I forgot about this stream now, did you, Irate?
Negative, and last but not least is MilesBeats, and Occam will be rolling in his usual lateness, so because of his job and stuff. But just want to get everything going. All right, we got the crowd here, and we got our beautiful background. Jesus playing the piano. Um,
Oh, and oh, well, we had Occam in the waiting room, but he seemed to bounce out real quick, and now he's back in.
he should be able to just pop in on his own.
All right,
I
then I won't
think
drag him.
I think
Who
I
knows
figured.
what he's doing?
Oh, we've already gone through the whole master pre-stream.
Ah, Occam, hit your mic, bro.
And by the way, guys, I would like to cheers all of you. I'm gonna drink a couple beers during this amazing stream.
I'm going to be drinking right with you, Miles.
Hell
All
yeah,
right.
cheers to you, sir.
All right, if you drink them, if you got them, that's what I like to say. So we're just going to open the show, and everything looks good. All the metrics are
in chat.
up to par.
In chat, it seems Occam's razor, it won't let him unmute himself.
Again. All right.
That's interesting.
He looks like he's just disappeared.
Did you check his permission settings? Maybe there's something issue.
Yeah, he's got it off
Okay.
now. Yeah, he should be able to come on in. Let me make sure I got him set right. He is a broadcaster. Oh my God. I got him set to blue. What the fuck? Got it. Occam, all right. You should be able to come in on your own now. Occam?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you give me like permission on the?
Yeah, you're good. You're a broadcaster, brother. So
Didn't know if I could do that because all the other times like it was blocked.
yeah, well, I got all that fixed and sorted out. So, and we even have a backup if the voices start dropping out and stuff. So anyway, what? Somebody gonna
I
say
said
something?
I can hear you guys just fine.
All right, good. Everybody can hear everybody.
I have on here is it won't let me unmute the first time I get on, so then I have to like restart.
Right. So is everybody having a good Friday so far?
Yeah, it's been pretty entertaining, man.
It's been a crazy day, hasn't it? Go ahead and let's do the pre-show. We'll go around the room. Start ladies first. Weebo, our guest, tell us what you want to show for the next week or so. You got anything coming up?
Video wise, are we talking like what are we talking here?
Everything.
Well, I go back to school on Sunday, so Sunday till whenever I'll probably be working on a few videos. I have a few ideas that are upcoming. I don't want to spoil it because I anticipate it being very interesting, but I also do have a few tests I have to prepare for as well, so that's going to be fun as hell. Also, I am sporting a nice black eye, so if you are wondering what's going on with me in my latest video, my face hit the floor. That's exactly what happened.
Really? What happened? Do you know?
Monday, I decided to donate blood, and I guess I just wasn't like in the best condition to, and I ended up fainting and hitting both sides of my head pretty hard.
Holy
So I got a
moly.
nice shiner and a nice bump on the back of my head too.
Get loud,
Would
girl.
you say the bodies hit the floor?
I don't know why I didn't get that one quick. That was good. That was pretty good.
Elephant song.
There's a fucking big ass spider in this room. Oh, never mind. I killed it. We're good.
Just
All
burn
right.
your house down. That's the best way to get rid of spiders.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Well, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right in it, man, because the biggest thing that happened was Tonka getting his channel silenced. So
Wait, what? Hang on, what?
Yeah.
What?
He got a copyright strike in like the middle of the night apparently.
Mm-hmm.
For fucking what?
Th-
When was this?
Does anybody know the details on that?
No, I think it was just playing music or something that they were playing that was copyrighted. I'm not positive, but
And that got him an actual strike.
yeah, I'm not sure what the details are of it. But that's what I kind of got from it. But I was during the stream where they didn't really talk about it much in the stream, but that was kind of what I got from what I heard. But I couldn't be sure. But I know Failure got one too. Failure got his for playing copyrighted music. But it seems weird to me because I play copyrighted music like every game stream I have, and I've never had an issue with it.
Do you?
That's about subscriber count.
Yeah, it probably relates to the amount of subs to it. But yeah, what I do is I always, I yank my music from, the YouTube library, and now I've, thanks to Miles and this other guy, I've got options to add original music from actual people that I can promote. So I'm looking forward to doing that too.
Yeah, see, what I do, if I need music, I just write it myself.
Oh yeah.
But I've only ever used music in a video once before, and that was for the serial killer video.
Oh yeah.
I always am listening to music, and so I just wind up forgetting to turn it off pretty much, and then I realize it's playing, and I'm just like, oh well.
Yeah, if it's really low in the background.
I'm blasting mine all the time.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually am playing Hollywood Undead, though, and they're a pretty well-known band, so I doubt their label is gonna be striking people down, especially since I don't have anything monetized.
People still listen to Hollywood Undead?
Yeah, they're really good. Have you heard any of their newer stuff?
I've heard their first 2 albums.
They're
Is
still...
it going to be another one of those streams where I don't understand any of the music references that anyone is making?
They're a band that came out in like 2008 when the whole Scene Kid thing was really big. And so their first album is like really cringy, but nostalgic for me to listen to now, because like I was a fucking Scene Kid and it was bad. But they're still like an actual thing now, and their music like evolved with the times, and so they're like really good still.
So
Like they had a new album drop in like the end of 2017. It's really good. They were like red pilled as fuck though, so there's that at least.
Well, that sounds cool. I might give them a check them out and stuff.
They're hip hop rap or hip hop rock.
Rock
by the
rap.
way.
They're
And
like
they
rock.
wear
Rock
masks.
Rock
Just a
rap,
warning.
yeah.
They-
Well, not so much anymore. They kind of dropped the masks. I think that my favorite song of their new album is just called California. That's a good song.
Nice. So what's new with you, Irate? What do we got moving in your direction?
Well, let's see. We're still like doing the pre-show. Actually, I've had 3 requests for the video on the community guideline strike thing, so I need to finish that up. I've got the audio done for it. All I got to do is put a slideshow together and get that out there, because people getting hit by that, and so and I was able to get mine reversed in less than 18 hours. So what I'm going to do is just put down what I did, and just do nothing but that.
Yeah.
But there was a method to my madness, because I capitalized off of Occams. He got spanked and couldn't stream for 3 months. So when he found out, we were talking, and he told me some stuff, and I kind of made some mental notes from that. So when I got mine, I took some steps based on that experience from what he experienced. So yeah, he was real helpful to me. So hopefully we can share some stuff and help some people get some reversals on some of this stuff.
The only reason they got me is because live stream using OBS, and then the connection wasn't good and the stream kept failing. So I kept retrying over and over and over again, probably about like times using the same name for the stream, and YouTube thought I was like spamming or something.
Oh, that sucks.
By my streaming for like 3 months.
Yeah, well, see, and I think
February.
that, yeah, and see, the way they got it set up is it's designed to freak you out and make you push the button on the first page. And once you do that, you're acknowledging, when you press that button, you're acknowledging that you accept that you have the strike. And then you have like this little bar that looks like you can only write about 5 or 6 sentences in it, and you can actually write a lot more than that. And then you write the reason to appeal it, and then you send that in, right? So it's designed to freak you out, where you push the button and then you go and you write that down and then send that off, right? The first thing to do that I did was I stopped. And I didn't push that button. I read carefully everything that was on it, and the way that it was written. They said that I had done exactly what Occam had done. That I had basically spammed, right? And this was during a live stream that I did with Big Fat Brian. So I knew that was bullshit right away. So I knew one thing to refute, and then I went for their guidelines, and there's like 4 separate things for that identify it as spam, right? And so I took each one and I refuted it in a sentence. And so I got all that together, and then I went back to the button page, and I made sure I had everything, my ducks in a row. I pressed the button. And then I wrote down, I just copy and pasted my response to everything in that line, and it took it all. And then I hit the button on that. And then I went to the Trusted Flagger on Twitter and asked him something. And then by the time I had within 15 minutes, I had a DM from the guy, right? But it was an automatic response going to a 5-page thing that I had to fill that out, right? And I filled that out, and I did it honestly and to the best of my ability and my memory and shit, because it asks you all sites that you've had, like all websites and stuff, all YouTube active channels that you've had and still have open. So you have to put all that down, and then put down what the nature is. And so I filled that, right? And then the next day, in the middle of the day, I realized that that video was able to see. And I went, holy fuck. And I double checked, and it sure was. It was undone. So I think there's, I think it's the method and the addressing each. I think it was that I addressed each issue individually, and I tried to sound like a lawyer. I don't know how.
So just essentially argue your case and refute every single thing that's come against you.
Right, exactly. And it's like, well, how can I spam, during a live thing? Because we were I wasn't spamming. I was talking about a product that was on Netflix. Yeah, but it was, and the tags all matched it and everything. But I differentiated between that, and then obviously it was a live stream, so it wasn't, a repetition of something, and I wasn't sending anybody to an external website. So, and that's part of it. I can't remember what the other are though, but when I, but I've got screen caps of every step that I took. So, and that's one thing that I'm getting really good at, is taking screen caps of shit.
Yeah, there's one little piece of advice I can give anyone who's on YouTube or just online in general. if something feels fishy or something feels wonky, take screenshots of that shit because they're gonna be useful later on. I don't care how much it clutters up your memory.
Yep.
Do it.
It's worth it. I totally back that up. All right. So let's see. Rae, you got anything coming up you want to chill?
Geez, I don't really have anything planned. I think I had some streams planned this week, and then I kind of forgot because I was like asleep the entire week because I've been having some issues with that. Yeah, so I don't know, just go to my channel and subscribe to me, and I do streams, and I have all your favorites on. Well, I tried to, at least. I've had failure on once before, but I have like Wakeem on sometimes. He'll hop on. King Carl hasn't been on much lately. You know, he's taking a break, but he comes on sometimes. They're not the big people, but I have everyone's favorites. You know, everyone's favorites from the chat. And some.
Hey, she had me on once.
Yeah, I had you on. That was a fun stream.
That's right.
I chilled out.
And
good time.
Yeah, and I've got everybody's information except Miles. I need your YouTube page, and I also need. I've got everybody else's stuff, and I'll need Weebo stuff. I can put that. I'll add that later.
Well, I did come and say I was gamed like very late, maybe less than an hour ago. So.
Yes, awesome that you did. I appreciate it big time. Let's see, Miles, you got anything coming up this week you want to talk about?
Oh shit, man. There's so much fucking shit. It's ridiculous. Let's see. I have my gaming channel, which, you know, I'm gaming on there, obviously, right? And then I have my music channel that was just created a couple days ago. That's MilesBeats Music at YouTube. And then you're gonna start hearing tons of intros and outros on other YouTubers' channels.
Yeah.
I got a lot of shit going on.
What is your gaming channel called?
It doesn't have a unique URL.
All
So it's literally just fucking Miles A. Carlson.
Okay.
You know, after / YouTube. And obviously I'm not worried about doxing myself, so I don't give a fuck, like, saying my full name.
I was gonna say I can take that out later.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
There's a 8chan post that wants to dox me.
I'm not worried about it. I mean, you can Google my name, and you're gonna figure out who I am. You just Google MilesBeats, and then you can find me. Like, I have Facebook accounts linked to it, and
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not worried about it.
All right, bro. Well, preach. All right. Let's see, and that leaves Occam. You got anything coming up?
Actually, I've been trying to organize a new kind of a show, I guess, that I want my channel. I was like a feature thing, and I'm gonna be doing that hopefully with a really good friend of mine. You guys wouldn't know him at the moment, but I went to high school with him, and he's been a pretty good friend of mine ever since then.
Oh, all right.
Cool.
Little thing on YouTube, like, it's not like a big thing. Like, he makes some like tech videos every once in a while, and has done some gaming stuff in the past, but nothing big or serious or anything. But cool though in general, and I think I'll probably be like maybe co-hosting a show.
Well,
and I'm trying to, work out a format for that and all that stuff, and maybe I'll figure out like a thing with OBS, make it look nice before I plan out some stuff, plan out some episodes, like, what it's going to be about, just so it's not some little mess.
I'd be excited to check that out. Let me know when you drop that.
I was going to say, if you want to, man, we can get them on here, and do an intro with your partner there, bro.
Like, I just gotta organize out some more stuff. Like, it'll probably be like take several weeks of just getting the OBS ready, getting some actual, like, I want to get several streams, like, and episodes, like, planned out first.
Mm-hmm.
Some options, and things to do. But it's something I've been thinking about, and like maybe like thinking of even getting like a little intro thing made for it and all that kind of stuff, which would be pretty cool.
Killer. Well,
I just thought it would be an interesting thing to do with a friend. So.
All right, and Sir Adamantine.
Drinks with friends tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Central. Miles.
What? I heard my name. I cut out right after my name. What happened?
I said wake up for drinks with friends tomorrow afternoon.
Hell yeah. I'm going to get drunk on this stream. I'm going to get drunk on that stream. And then I got another stream later to do that night that I'm going to get drunk on too. So I probably will be completely incoherent by the end of that day.
Perfect. Just like me.
Hell yeah. Cheers.
Sir Adamantine, I think you're dropping out a little bit.
Am I?
I thought.
It might just be a sensitivity issue. Maybe you got to train that sensitivity down or up or whatever the fuck. That's your mic quality sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it does sound good.
It's just we didn't miss too many important bits. Damn, I'm stuttering like a goddamn fool right now.
That's all right. You good, man. You doing great. So all right, we got everybody shilled out, and we brought up the thing about Tonka. What?
I have one question for Miles real quick while we were on the subject of shilling. Did you say that you were doing intros for like some YouTubers and stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
When I get a little further down the road with like planning the show that I might want to be doing on my channel, maybe like commission you to do intro for my show, probably.
Yeah, I'd love to, man. I would love to.
All right. So, we like I said, we had talked about the Tonka's channel getting the Ixnay from YouTube, and then today there was this bizarre Kumite stream that began as failure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I found out that there's a post that 8chan that wants to dox me, along with like everyone who's been on the Backyard Blood Sports channel, I guess, or is there kind of regularly, because I associate with those people, and then they're like, they put up
yeah, but hold on, we're going to get there, all right? Because that's like 5 hours later.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, it started out with failure. He had this British guy named Vincent who wanted to go at Mr. Mediker. I know, man, and then Coach Red Pill's back with this new avatar of some jet airplane. Like I don't know what the fuck. He said
Coach Red Pill. Don't think about it too much.
Well,
like a different channel or a different avatar?
Different avatar. He moved from Britain though, and he's living in the Ukraine now, which is
that explains why he's been so quiet as of recent.
Yes, where everybody moves when they get rich, apparently. But let's see. So it was them. They were talking about decorum when it comes to quote internet blood sports. And then it ended up. Tonka came, and so the thing filled up, and Andy Borski came, and it was like, okay, good, it's going to get good and shit. And then all of a sudden, Failure's gone, Tonka's gone, and then it's just Vincent and Coach Red Pill. And I said, okay, I couldn't handle anymore, so I turned it off for a while. And then I'm looking at Twitter, and somebody said, this thing has gone. I think it was Rob from last week, Rob LeBlanc, Optic Decay. He told me to check it out because it was pure cancer, and that's where the backyard guys had come in, and Geek Thulu, and there was accusations of recordings on servers and stuff, and it was just all a bunch of just drama and shit. And it got weirder and weirder.
Can someone hit me with a link to that? Because I do enjoy good shit fest.
Yeah. Did you catch that?
No, I didn't. I've been kind of tied up doing homework all day because, teachers and professors, they don't kind of let up for spring break for some fucking reason.
It's just they're pure dicks, man. They're pure dicks. So.
Oh, you're telling me.
Yeah, and I watched a little bit more of that, and then Failure starts singing that fucking Horses, Goodbye Horses song from Silence of the Lambs, and he was in his chair spinning around, and he was like, and it got worse. It was getting, obviously, man, he got shit faced, and he was out cold by like 4:30 or 5 my time. So it was like,
oh God, I hope this is still up. Now I really want to see this.
You've got to see it, man. It's fucking, it's pure.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah, it's pure cancer. I'm surprised it's not still running, because the people kept saying in the chat, like, Vamp Candy, can you do something? And she's going, it's out of my hands, man. There's nothing I could do. So God bless her. I'm sure she was just like looking at it, watching it burn. So, and then it came back, the Backyard Guys, and then they started just adding, all these people were coming in and out, and it was really weird. And then Rae had popped in for a while, and was talking about stuff. It's like, so did you say it was the Kiwi Farms people that are wanting to dox the Backyard Blood Sports people, or is it the Law Cow people?
It's some image board on 8chan.
Okay.
They're trying to like dox the Backyard Blood Sports people because I'm pretty. I wouldn't say I'm not one of them, but I'm I guess a noticeable member among them, since I have like the go ahead to come in most of the streams that they don't like. Obviously they all know who I am. They don't like vet me or anything. If I want to come in, I usually get a link. I won't say usually get invited, but I often get invited. I'm decently known among them, I guess, but I guess my name wound up on a list with a bunch of other people.
Well, is that for the lefty? Is that the lefty poll page?
I have no idea. I don't use image boards.
Yeah, the 8chan has got that lefty poll board, and they're known. They're known to do that stuff. And Backyard Blood.
Something called Skittles.
Yeah, Backyard Blood Sports is starting to get a reputation of being an outright channel.
It's mostly just trolls.
Yeah, I know. It's mostly just jacking off and having fun and just, yelling at each other and shit. But I think that's probably Lefty Pole doing it, it's got them targeted.
No clue, man. I got no clue. I really don't care. There's nothing that lol-cow worthy in my past, just a lot of really cringy shit from when I was like underage, so I don't know how you're going to use shit I said online when I was 15 against me exactly, but you can go ahead and try. I mean, there was that one time I like badly shot my friend and my faces. Like, I took a picture of Snoop Dogg with two ladies, and I photoshopped my face and my friend at the time's face on the ladies' faces, and then Hitler's over Snoop Dogg's, and wrote Hitler's bitches and posted it online. And that wasn't probably the smartest thing I ever did, but it was pretty funny. So I mean, there's that, but
So how long have you been a Nazi, Rae? I didn't know you were a Nazi. Tell us about that.
Nazi Rae.
White
I said I'm
Rae.
1488, not 1984, guys.
That's crazy shit. So yeah, that's been the weirdness that's been happening today. But we do have some news if anybody's inclined.
What's that news?
News,
Is that from Florida?
There's always stuff about Florida, Miles, you want a couple of stories?
Hook me up, man.
Man, I love the way you read shit, dude. You want to get the serious shit out of the way first, or do you want to start with the funny stuff? And
Yeah, dude, you just send me however you want this order to go.
all right, let's start with the funny and work it down, man. All right.
You want to start happy and then depressed? We can do that one.
That's right. I might throw a little bit in. What I'm going to do is I'll put it in here in the Discord. Let's put it in. I'm going to put it in on the
We going to general? Or you gonna
I'm gonna
DM?
put it. I'm gonna put it in the limerick dump right here.
All right.
All
Let me
right.
see if I can locate that guy. Got her. There we go.
You got it up there. All right. And those
Oh,
are.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. So, I got you. I got.
All right.
Yeah, I love the way you read shit, man. So.
All right. Well, let's. Fuck, man. There's no order. Like which. I can't even tell which ones are funny. You just over-indated me here.
No, these are all the funny ones. I've got the other ones.
These are the funny ones.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. All right. I'll start with the top one. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. By the way, guys, anybody that's watching this or listening, I'm going into these articles blind. All right. So. All right. Well, this one's fucking fantastic. So, vegans went to a protest, or to protest a restaurant. So the chef decided to carve a deer leg in the window. Just sitting there, right there. There was no place. So if you look at the picture, all right, what I'm seeing is this is a dining room where people are seated. There's candles on tables, but he is just sitting right in front of the window, just carving a deer leg.
How lovely.
Did that start with fur on it or not?
In the picture, it's just a leg. It looks, it looks like something you would just buy from a butcher.
Yes, dressed, and I believe he had roasted on a spit. So it was it was special gift to the vegans out there. There were protesters out there too, weren't they? What does their sign say?
Yeah. There's right in front of the window. It says murder, and it's black and pink, and it looks like they just taped some paper onto a goddamn piece of felt or something. I mean, I don't know what they were going for. It's all caps. They might as well just wrote it on their titties or something.
It was just,
Oh yeah, and they're women. Sorry.
I don't
Whoops.
understand
Go ahead.
protesting in front of a place of business that literally stays open because they serve meat. Would protesting in front of them cause? Like, they're not just gonna close their doors because a few people protest. Like,
Well, here's
people are
the
just gonna
thing.
give up
Like,
their
I don't know what
jobs.
I don't know what these animal rights activists are going for, but here's the unique thing in this situation is that they basically serve game. All right. So their thing is that they eat or they serve meat that's meant to run in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
So they're also yelling, "You've got blood on your hands," and they're holding that banner that I just brought up. So, the co-owner and chef of the restaurant appeared in the window with a raw deer leg and a sharp knife. When he began to carve up the meat in full view of the protesters, some of who later said they were disturbed for days, according to news reports. He's quoted saying, "I figured I'd show them." Like, fuck it, right?
No doubt.
He was like, so basically, he said, he's quoted here saying, "I'm going to have my own protest." So he's fucking protesting the protesters, which is a badass move. The chef is an avid hunter, and though he is prohibited by regulations in Ontario from serving the wild meats.
Oh, it's in
Oh, wait,
Canada.
okay.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Hold on. Now, okay, so now it changes. So the chef, I'm gonna read this word for word. The chef is an avid hunter, and though he is prohibited by regulations in Ontario from serving the wild meats he eats at home, like deer, duck, and wild turkey, the restaurant's menu leans towards game and foraged foods. So that deer leg that he cut up, he didn't even serve it there. And if there's a video down, and in the thumbnail you can see a cop walking up to him inside his own restaurant.
The full video shows like cops walking in to the building.
That's ridiculous, dude. Just because he was sitting there cutting up a deer leg. After this, it just goes into a bunch of quotes and.
Well, Malevolent Rider wants to know is if Vegan Games was there. Does it say? Does it say anything about that?
About who?
Vegan gains. Do you know who that is, man?
No, doesn't say anything about that. It doesn't reference anything about the protesters. It's basically just saying two people held a sign in front of a door, and then they just talk about there's people yelling just obscenities.
I think we can all be happy we don't live in Canada.
And just to show how protest was, nobody would have heard of it unless the shop owner did the funny thing and got the deer and started carving it up in the window.
Right?
One would have heard of it if it wasn't for
That's
that.
savage as fuck, though.
I guarantee you that he got massive amounts of business from that. They did him such a huge favor. I mean, the only people that are opposing him are vegans, so anybody that wants to eat meat is naturally going to go there, and now they all found out about it.
I'll be right back, boys.
All right.
Well, I mean, what do these people think happened to deer if their population isn't controlled?
They're gonna.
I mean, all they do is get
overgrow.
diseased and have mass die-outs.
Right, exactly. They're gonna eat all the food, and they're gonna starve the next generation out.
Well,
and themselves, eventually.
Well, and also here's another thing. Like, what's the difference between me eating a deer and a bear eating a deer?
Nothing. You're both predators, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't become the top of the food chain for nothing. I mean,
and one thing to really like say to all the the vegans that think that supposed to eat meat, it's like, well, why then did we need meat? First of all, with our brains, because our brains developing as big as they are, you need more protein. Another thing, our teeth we have canines, we have teeth designed for eating both meat and plantations. So like, we're supposed to be omnivores, we're supposed to eat both things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But here's one thing that I want to point out. If I'm out in the forest, right, and I get killed by a bear, you think those two girls are gonna run out into the woods and be like, murder? I highly doubt it. They're not gonna be like, yeah, let's fucking vote for Miles' rights. Like, no. Like, they're not fucking, they're just gonna be like, damn, that sucks. But if I fucking eat a deer, they're like, no, you need to eat vegetables. It's been researched that vegetables can feel pain, okay? So,
Not
yeah,
only that, but
just starve to death.
vegetables, uncooked vegetables specifically, if you eat those, they're not exactly the most digestible thing long term for you. So if that's all you're eating, you're in trouble. Not to mention, there's the lack of B12 and vitamin D. I mean, yeah, sure, you can go out into the sunlight all you want, but you're not going to soak up enough vitamin D into your actual body to actually make that much of a difference. Plus B12, you can only get that naturally from animals, otherwise you'd have to get it from supplements. So if we were meant to be vegetarian or vegans, we wouldn't have to supplement, let's be honest.
Well,
The full scope of what we need is eating both plants and animals.
I have 2 points that totally make veganism irrelevant. Point 1 is bacon, and point 2 is prime rib.
oh yeah.
I knew I liked you guys.
Yeah. That's
I mean, yeah, I love. Oh man, I love meat, dude. I could eat a goddamn ribeye steak, like, not even cooked, as long as it was handled properly. Oh man.
Do y'all know my boy Big Fat Brian?
Oh, we got Big Fat Brian in the house?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. He's got a great video on this chocolate dip bacon, man, and it looks so fucking good. It's ridiculous. And it's also supposed to like put your woman in the mood to have butt sex. So I highly recommend that.
You don't do butt stuff?
Yeah, and after this show ends, head directly over to Big Fat Brian's channel because he's doing another drunk cook. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to be making tonight, but he's going to get drunk and he's going to make something. And it's
Hell
always and it's always fun. He's funny as shit. He's a great guy.
I'll tune into that.
Yes, sir.
Don't know what to think about the mixing of really salty good food and really sweet good food, like chocolate and bacon.
Amazing.
Like
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Just think about
pretzels.
Have you ever
man?
had it? Yeah. Have you ever had chocolate and pretzels? That's exactly where I was going with that. see?
Exactly. That's right.
It's fucking delicious.
Goat man.
Totally good, man. Let's this one I'm gonna oh yeah, thanks. I love websites that just have a random ass fucking video playing in the background. And a cat that meows. Fucking piece of shit. Anyway. The topic on this one, the headline is gonna, like, we can talk about that just by itself. So, there's a teacher that ditched her job to become a full-time dominatrix with 2 live-in slaves that she walks on dog leashes.
what?
Repeat that,
Yeah.
please.
She quit her job.
Okay, you want? I'll read it. I'll read the exact words they use.
Yes,
okay?
it's,
I paraphrased that.
What is that? The Mirror?
Yeah, that's our second. That's our second. In order.
In the UK.
Teacher ditches job to become full-time dominatrix with 2 live-in slaves, quote unquote. She walks on dog leads. Leads being leashes, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she. This is the next sentence right after that. Warning: sexual themes.
Oh shit.
Dahlia Rain shares her home with 2 slaves who cook, clean, tidy, buy groceries, and walk the dog in return for her rewards, quote unquote, of the BDSM kind. Well, I wonder what that infers. So, you know, maybe she just gives them a little spanky. So, a dominatrix reveals she has 2 24/7 live-in slaves who wait on her and her boyfriend, hand and foot. So, did you guys catch that one? And her boyfriend.
Ah.
So she has 2 slaves and her boyfriend.
Yeah, but see, the whole BDSM thing, man, it's not about sex. You know, it's with a large number of them. The sex is, if there's any at all, is a small part of it.
Look, if she can convince these suckers to do it, more power to her, because they're the ones who are stupid.
How'd she, what the fuck? How'd she do that? I mean,
It's very, very simple. You have to find someone with low enough self-esteem that they are willing to essentially put someone else first before another person, or before themselves at least. And then once you find that person with a low self-esteem, you kind of have to manipulate them into thinking that they need this type of domination in their life. Now, how you go about doing that is it varies. And you know, now that I'm saying this out loud, and it sounds like I'm into this stuff, like I do.
It sounds
this
like
on
you're
a
an
daily-
expert, actually.
But no, that's not what it is. I
Check
know what
out her
it sounds.
subreddit.
No,
Sounds
I'm,
like
I'm a psych major, so
studied
that's
this, and you're
a big
well
part of it.
educated in this, the information, so professionally.
Oh, you know what? Where do you guys think she would be from? Where would you assume based off of this?
And it sounds kind of ambitious for Florida.
California.
Huh? California? Nope, not Florida either. Dahlia Rain.
Wait. It's a Midwestern state, isn't it?
Getting closer.
United
Definitely.
States.
It is in our United States. Dahlia Rain from New Jersey.
Illinois. Oh shit! Never mind.
Shares
Oh,
her
wow.
home.
It's gonna be like, I think I know who you're talking about. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That changes things. If it's New Jersey, putting them on a leash is just saving them from being shot by the mafia.
Yeah.
And I love the words that they use right here. So what they wrote in the article is the former school teacher was once married but got bored of her vanilla lifestyle. So everybody comes into fetish at different times in their life. I did the normal housewife thing, but there were 2 things that were missing. That's what she was quoted saying. She wanted she basically just wanted shit that her ex-husband didn't.
Right, but here's the question that I have about this. She quit her job, so this is all she's doing. Does that mean that her slaves are financially supporting her too?
Well, she also has, it doesn't reference that, but she also has her boyfriend who lives with her as well.
Because if she's just getting a free ride and doing the shit that turns her on, I can't fault her really.
No, you can't. There's pictures here. There's pictures here that show her with her boyfriend and her slave, and her slave is literally muzzled.
Like I said, low
Like-
self-esteem.
See,
Like,
why would anyone want to be treated like that?
I mean, I don't know.
Actually, I
there-
actually know the answer to this.
there are a lot cleaner forms of BDSM that don't involve low self-esteem.
You'd have to be
Well, no,
a
what I'm
pretty
saying is-
weak-minded person, I would think.
Not necessarily. So another component that plays into this is usually people that are extremely submissive in the bedroom, but and they're actually extremely controlled outside of the bedroom. So that you basically your OCD types, your types of people who calendarize every little gosh darn thing, your administrative professionals, people who have a lot of trouble letting go. So what they do is they pay someone else
Highly
to
highly
essentially
disciplined.
take control
Mhm.
over their lives for
Actually,
them.
That's not too far off of exactly what she's quoted saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the quote?
So she literally, okay, I'm gonna read. There's 2 quotes. So the first one is, this is her quoting. I get a lot of emails and messages from people wanting to be my sex slave and be tied up in my bedroom 24 hours a day, but that's not the type of dominance I do. She said, no money changes hands between herself and her subs, Chris and Mike, aka Fluffy. So here's the next quote that I'm gonna jump over this one and read the next one. When people schedule a session, they are giving me money to be in my hands for an hour, whereas lifestyle slaves are just giving themselves into my care permanently. But the lifestyle slaves just pay for things. They don't pay for anything for her. They pay for her shopping. They want her to take them shopping for herself. On chains. I mean, seriously.
You don't see the appeal at all.
Yeah, I may be a switch, but I'm not that extreme.
I'm not gonna lie here. I like BDSM, not to that degree. But
I like being
You
bitten,
seem like you're candle wax
and
type.
scratched, but
I've used candle wax before.
I knew it, man. Sorry.
Is now a good time to bring up the fact that I am still under 21? Under 20 for the next couple of days, too?
well, hey,
It's
Oh wow, when's your birthday, Weebo?
Cannot disclose, but it is very soon, as
Okay.
in within the next 2 weeks or so.
Okay.
I'll be 20 soon.
Will you hit me? And I will keep it discreet. And just remind me, okay?
All right, no problem.
All right.
let's man, I wanted to give up on this story already, but shit, there is gold all over the place in this shit.
Go for it.
Dude, so Fluffy. God. I'm never gonna get over that.
Don't quit rolling till the
not-
bag's empty, dude.
Dude, I'm not. Oh my god. So, here's a few quotes. Here's a few quotes from Fluffy, who's 35. So this guy's 5 years older than me on chains. All right. So So he said, he's quoted saying, "I do pretty much anything Dahlia asks of me, even if it's just a matter of serving her breakfast or giving her a foot rub. I like making her happy. It feels good when I see a smile on her face, and she takes care of me. She rewards me in a lot of different ways. For example, the other night, I wanted to sleep by the foot of her bed, and she said I could. I was very happy." This motherfucker is brainwashed, dude.
It's like a pet.
Yeah, dude, that's a
I mean-
fucking... Dude, I fucking let my dog sleep on my bed, bro. I let my cat sleep on my bed, and this fool's stoked
I don't
about
even let my
sleeping at the...
cat and dog do that.
Well, I'm great. I love animals. I mean, I'm not a great... I didn't mean I'm great. I'm a... Ah, shit. I'm a fucking big
Get it
animal
out.
person. Yeah.
Well,
But
no,
the-
I love my cat, my dog. It's just like I need my space. You feel like I can't have that all of the time.
Well,
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, here's where...
Dynamic of that relationship was described as like almost like a pet, though. Like
That's
oh, I like
exactly
being
what
like
it
a-
is. That's
going
what,
and fetching the
yeah.
newspaper at the door and going and bringing it to my owner and sleeping at the foot of my owner's bed and it's like what?
That's
like
exactly
a
what
dog.
it is. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the vibe that I got when when I scanned the story. People don't understand the breadth of human sexuality. Because we're in the United States. Our sexual values and mores are rooted in Puritanism, and and the most important sex organ is between the ears,
Well,
and
here's-
it's all it's all between your ears, man. Everything else is pretty much it's like you flip a switch and the light comes on. You know what I'm saying? If you do this or that, things are going to happen. And we're more complex beings than that.
Here's where shit gets weird, though. All right?
To you,
This is... No. Here's where shit... I'm just... The story. I'm into a lot of fucking crazy shit, so don't doubt me on this. Okay? Like, so... Her boyfriend... So apparently... Her slaves don't sleep with her.
no.
Alright? But no, here's the thing. The reason why her boyfriend is with her is because she likes how arrogant he is. So there's levels. So she has slaves, and then there's her, and then her boyfriend is the top. So she's submissive to him. So it's almost like there's something crazier going on here.
Oh, I've actually
That's-
read about this in Serial Killer Team Duo Dynamics, where there's an alpha, then there's like the second in command, and then there's like the meek.
Well, I'm gonna take kind of the contrarian point of view here, because if you're in or looking for a sexual relationship that has nothing emotional involved with it, objectifying someone or even sometimes being objectified can both be very hot.
Agreed.
I mean, obviously, if you're looking for someone to like live the rest of your life with, that's probably not the ideal material for marriage. But again, you're looking for a good time. That can be a good time.
Yeah, but this is like live in every single fucking day, like non
Well, yeah.
stop.
This one is taken a bit to the extreme. Yeah, granted.
Huh. This is man, this is like definitely starting to twist off of the realm of funny, and this is starting to get fucking real weird.
Stoned Mexican guy asked me if I would have a harem of slave boys. Fuck no. See, I'm a switch, right? But it just there needs to be alternation there. I can't be the dom all of the time. There needs to be some power dynamics there that switch.
That's cool.
Also, that would just be really a big turn off if there were just like 10 different guys there just willing to do my every bidding. Like, no, I need a challenge. This
Oh,
doesn't excite-
respectfully disagree.
You disagree?
Well, not for you, for me.
Gotcha. You would like the whole 10 different subs
I
thing?
have an online hair.
Adamantine already has a harem going on.
Okay,
God damn
subscribers do not count. All right.
I don't think I'm gonna be on the stream tomorrow now. Swear to God, if I get lumped into that goddamn harem, I'm gonna
No,
freak out.
you're safe, Miles. You're safe.
All right, good.
Miles, man, I'm gonna get Brian. I'm gonna try to get Big Fat Brian in there too, man. So it'll be us three. We'll be the three amigos hanging
Hell
out.
yeah, I'm down.
I'm reading Stone Mexican Guy's follow-up comment. He says, Weebo wants to be an abused girlfriend. You've just gone from one extreme to the other extreme. Can we find a happy medium, please?
There's no such thing. You should know that.
Weebo's awesome.
I don't do extremes. I'm a very mellow, normal girl. No, you know what? That was bullshit. I have a 53-foot schlong, let's be honest. I live extreme.
Yeah.
You know, my thing on the internet is to tell. My thing on the internet, like, I literally, people ask me a question, they'll be talking about drugs or something, and I'll be like, oh, I've never done that a day in my life. You just fucking pulled a Miles on me right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's a trap with a 53-foot schlong, man. Haven't you heard about Weebo's 50-foot schlong?
How the fuck? So you have people that open and close doors for you, man? Or do you just play Snake and avoid the end of it when you get inside your house? Is that your method?
I actually do have 10 slave boys that carry it for me in front of me from place to place. So when I don't feel like having that, I just sling it over my shoulder, wrap it around my torso a few times, and then I walk around like fucking Roman Adonis.
You just have a penis bandolier? Like, that's basically what you got going on?
Yeah, that's what I got.
God, is this Weebo or Tailed Feature?
Weebo.
It almost makes me wonder if there could be like a new Rapunzel story where it's like Weebo in a tower, and then the guy comes and instead of letting down her hair.
Long.
That'd be kind of a weird, like, and then he just Tarzan's up. Does he scream just like Tarzan, just like, oh, all the way up to the top?
That's how this works.
Weebo uses it as a grappling hook. Like, man, I need to get up to that high spot. Let me just grappling hook up there. That's the weirdest superpower I've ever seen. But fuck it, man.
Yeah.
Use it to your ability.
It's Batweeb.
That's not the only thing that it can do. Remember those hurricanes last year? Yeah, that was my helicopter dick.
Oh, man. I don't know if I can stand behind that, but I'd rather stand behind that than in front of it. Let me tell you that. Hey, so
man, not touching that one.
So,
by the way, I'm still only 19.
We're gonna unsex this up real quick, and
going to the next.
The first two, I skipped one because I didn't want to talk about it. But I'm gonna start with this one, and I'm only gonna read the first two words. Can anybody guess what the first two words might be?
Florida man.
Oh shit! Boy. You got that right away. I'm so impressed.
We have a win.
Come on, are you really surprised?
No. So, Florida man, who owes over 500 grand in child support, vanishes in the ocean the day that he's due in court.
What? No. Seriously? That's... Yeah. Odds of that happening.
I feel so bad laughing at this. This is fucked up, dude.
Did he
But
die?
it's
Did
Florida.
he drown himself or some shit? Or did he just, like, get
Go
a
out
boat?
onto international waters so that he couldn't
I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what the article says. I
Okay.
mean,
Read it, brother.
So a Florida man who owes more than $500,000 in child support vanished last week after he went paddleboarding in the Atlantic Ocean. Constantine George Theo Harris, age 52, was due in court on the day he vanished.
That's a Greek first name, isn't it?
Constantine?
Constantine?
That's
Not necessarily.
Isn't that
Yeah, that's a
biblical
Roman
name?
name. That was
yeah,
like
that's right.
the
Yeah.
name of, Constantine in Rome.
Yeah, that's Roman.
I'm fucking with Weebo,
He's like the
man.
founder of the Catholic Church, I think.
So the day he vanished was March 20th. So he's been gone for 10 days. And
Do you think he's dead?
I'm not sure.
No,
I
but
think
like-
he's at a Mexican resort.
I don't know. I honestly think that he fucking got kidnapped.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I haven't read any farther. We're all discovering this story together. But I honestly think that he got kidnapped. $500,000, like, I think somebody's new boyfriend fucked that motherfucker up. You know what I mean? Like, that seems plausible to me.
I think we're all overreacting here. I think the man just got lost paddleboarding somewhere. I think he'll show up eventually, probably 18 years from now, maybe. I don't know.
I'm fairly certain that if you go out on international waters, like on a boat, aren't you exempt from specific national laws or something?
No.
It
I think
depends.
you're
It
thinking
depends
of if you commit a murder and dump the body in international waters, no one country can claim jurisdiction because it's international waters. Thus, no one country can investigate. So you're in the clear.
If there's an expedition treaty with whatever country you're in,
An expedition treaty,
or whatever the fuck, I can't remember the
extradition.
extradition. Yeah, see, sorry, I'm reading and I'm talking at the same time, so I'm mixing my words up. But yeah, any country you go that has that, they can just the U.S. can just get you if they want you bad enough.
To operate a business international waters, like the main base is on a ship in international waters.
Interesting.
Well,
Then
I think
no
the real
taxes.
question in this guy's case is his money all still in the bank, or did he remove it?
Well, you never know.
Because there's no point in fleeing the U.S. for another country.
Here's the thing. So he's a commercial real estate agent. So when he didn't show up for court or work, the judge rescheduled the hearing. So there's a quote right under that says, "He's very capable on a paddleboard, so it seems fishy."
They actually wrote that?
I got some sound issues with somebody here.
Hola.
Is that me?
Check.
Hold on. Let me wait a sec.
And he's gone.
Everybody.
Quick, let's talk bad about him behind his back while he's not here. Oh, never mind.
Too late. Miles,
Nope. It's my side. How am I sounding?
we can hear you fine, man. You're doing good.
Whoa.
What are you
I'm
hearing?
having some weird issues here. Yeah, it's my audio card on my side.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put up with this sound that's bouncing back into my headphones just to finish this goddamn article. So his his younger brother told CBS Miami he was under pressure. He owed $600,000 and he didn't have it. He was afraid the judge would throw him in jail. If he was scared, we hope he will contact us. So it seems like he's running. Like,
No, I bet he's just lost.
I bet you he got on that goddamn paddle boat and just went parallel with the, with the coast
Mm-hmm.
and tried to get into Canada and just hoped that everyone thinks he died. That's what I'm starting to get from this now.
Yeah.
If you're gonna fake your own death, you gotta do a little bit more than that. Come on, guys.
The comment
Wouldn't
section
Canada
was
notice
hilarious.
that he wasn't in any of their systems?
Maybe he just tried to lay low. You never know. It's hard. I mean, it's hard to say. I like how that went from funny to like real dark, real quick, man.
Yeah,
They're
man.
doing great on
Some
this.
of these stories will do that, man. It was like, God, you should listen to when Bearing was on here. I'm like reading all this funny shit, and then all of a sudden it gets really like maudlin and really dark and shit. And I'm like, okay. And the next story, it was it's real embarrassing. You remember that, Occam, man? It was crazy, wasn't it? Damn.
I'm back,
If you
guys.
can't make a joke out of something really serious, then we cannot be friends. I'm sorry. Bye-bye.
This is hard to do, man.
I'm gonna briefly restart my computer. If you guys can hold this story down for a minute while I come back, I'll be back in probably about 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
All right. Well, I can read something while he's doing that.
Dude, I was really looking at the Disney one. That one.
You mean to pop that one up?
That one. I mean, that's what I was looking at next. I feel like there's some spicy shit we can.
So all right, you want to do that one, dude?
No. You hold it down. I'm just saying. I'll be right back.
No,
I'll be back.
I'm gonna hold that one for you. I'm just gonna do this one. Come and get me! Come and get me!
Oh my God.
Fuck no, I'm too lazy.
Come and get me! The Phoenix Springs man arrested after doing donuts in front of a deputy with a beer in his hand. Come and get me! The Phoenix Springs, Florida, of course. A man taunted deputies in his four-wheeler with a beer in his hand is now in custody. On Saturday evening, this will be last week, I'm sure, deputies attempted a traffic stop on three four-wheelers for driving on a county-maintained road, because they're only supposed to be used off-road. And two of the four-wheelers stopped on Windflower Street, and the third fled from the stop. A white male driving the third four-wheeler later returned to the traffic stop, and he began taunting deputies by driving in circles in the middle of him, doing donuts, saying, "Come and get me! Come and get me!" Shortly after,
like I missed something spicy, dude, and I was only gone for like 30 seconds.
well, shortly,
Sounds like a good man. Sounds like a very good man.
yeah, he's drunk on berries from Florida, man. He's on a four-wheeler. He's going, "Come and get me!" Doing donuts right in front of the deputy. When deputies turned down Margaret Boulevard, the four-wheeler accelerated rapidly towards the front of the patrol car and swerved around it. The suspect was seen holding the beer can in his left hand and yelling as he went by, "Come and get me." The suspect then accelerated rapidly southbound on Watson Road and then turned onto Guinevere Lane. We don't know what the fuck these streets are and why they named them. They assume we live there or some shit. Contact was later made at a residence where the four-wheeler was observed to be parked. Witnesses identified the male as Aaron Keith Clark, 24, of Defuniak Springs. Deputies went to Clark's home residence on County Highway 192, where he was taken into custody. Clark told deputies that he did not remember the incident due to being intoxicated at the time. No shit.
Wow.
I think the only thing that would make this more Florida man appropriate if you replace the four-wheeler with a riding lawnmower.
No, yeah, come and get me.
What's the deal with Florida? Like, I don't understand. How did Florida get to this point?
It's the sewer of the U.S. toilet.
Well, no, not necessarily actually, because I'm pretty sure every state has their fair share of wonky ass weirdos with lawnmowers and shit. Actually, there is a I don't want to say not or disclosure law within police records that basically allows for the publicity to get their hands on any and all stories that are really ridiculous, but that's basically what it is. It's just very transparent.
So you're blaming their sunshine laws?
Yeah, it's actually.
Okay, which they have the greatest sunshine laws of any state in the country. They are supposed to have 100% pure transparency between the administrative body of the government and the populace. So that's something I do know a little bit about in Florida. All right,
yeah,
Miles.
the Freedom of Information laws in Florida make it easier for journalists to obtain that kind of information about ridiculous arrests and stuff, especially with the very detailed reports that some police officers give people.
Yep, and
So it's not the Florida worse, it's just that we hear more of the bad stuff that happens in Florida.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Otherwise you hear a lot of stuff from Chicago. They can't report it all.
You don't think that there are crazy ass stories in the middle of the Chicagoland area? Boy, I was interning with my local police department for an entire month, and I've got stories for you.
I'm from Chicago, so
Then you
yeah,
know.
it's crazy. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
This next story I picked shouldn't come as a surprise, guys. Florida man.
Oh fuck.
Florida man. I hope you didn't want to do this one because this is what I was eyeballing. Florida man harassed a woman and fired a shotgun at her
How did Florida man harass the woman?
by firing a shotgun at her.
No, that seems like a first offense. That's not that big a deal. It's fine.
That seems like the culmination of a series of events. So
That sounds like an accident.
Uh,
You think?
it is.
And my
I
man,
mean,
Florida man, didn't do nothing.
let's see what
Didn't do nothing.
let's see what Florida man did.
Didn't do nothing.
He was
Okay,
arrested.
Okay.
He was arrested earlier Wednesday morning, accused of firing a shotgun at 2 people through his front door of his home.
Earlier this week, or when he got arrested?
Yeah, but
This does happen.
Now.
Just for anybody's, this is a white Caucasian male. So he's white and Caucasian.
and he's in his own home.
White and Caucasian.
White and Caucasian. He's not just white or Caucasian. He's a white Caucasian.
That's like
He's
a
a
white
both.
cupcake. It's like a white cupcake with white frosting on the outside of it.
No. That sounds more like a yellow cupcake with a white frosting on the outside. 'Cause,
He's
like,
not Asian.
No. White or yellow on the inside, white on the outside.
Oh yeah, scaredy pants. I see. See what you did there.
I ain't touching that,
Caucasian is
man.
another word for white. It's the PC term for white.
We all crazy. All right, keep reading it, man.
All right, so there's a little bit more nefarious shit going on in this story. This guy isn't just bucking shots out his front door. So it started the night when he went into the garage of a nearby neighbor at some random address. He asked his neighbor for a kiss. But when she refused, they started arguing. She asked him to leave. He didn't. Instead, he got angry, pushed the woman, then used a knife to stab the leather seat of her motorcycle.
Not the motorcycle.
He straight went for that motherfucking beautiful Italian leather.
Dude,
That's such a dick move.
That's fucked up, yeah.
that is
And
wrong.
it's
Like, I'd kill you for that.
so like. First of all, I wonder what kind of people these are. Where he went next door, she's a biker lady, and you're just gonna fucking try to just plan a kiss on her? Like, you might want to go about that a little bit differently.
Let's reevaluate and come back to this in 5
Yeah.
a little
like,
more
you might-
finessed approach to, yeah, exactly. Man.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with a biker chick. They can fuck you up.
So, the deputy said Morin, let's see who this guy is, then went back to his home at the same address. Shortly afterward, the neighbor took a male friend to his house to confront him. The arrest report says that they did not identify that person.
A biker dude?
It doesn't say.
That's
It
what
doesn't say
I
that.
would imagine, right?
That's what
biker
I'm
chick?
thinking.
Yeah,
That's
biker,
what I'm thinking.
yeah, biker dude.
So then he walked up to the front door with a shotgun. He pointed the weapon at the man, according to the arrest report, and said he was going to kill him.
Oh,
They closed the front door, but Morin fired the shotgun through it.
damn.
Well, that's
Causing-
intense.
Well, here's the good and weird part. The pieces of wood is what injured the man. At least that's what he's thinking. And that's what he sustained shrapnel from the door, apparently.
Dude, that's splinters and shit. That hurt, man. It still
Dude,
hurts.
Yeah, that'd be a bigger bitch to get out than a bullet. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, he's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
using like double-aught buckshot, so yeah. That's like about 9.22s piercing the door, so it's gonna
Yeah,
get
fuck
splinter
that.
that shit. Yeah.
Fuck that. And so he's currently in jail.
Yeah.
And his bail is only $60,000. I think attempted
Oh.
murder is.
That's about the same amount of money that I spend on college for a year.
Why
That's how
am I
much money-
guessing that for this man, $60,000 might as well be $60 million?
That's a possibility.
Right, and you only have to come up with 10% of that, so it's like what 6,000 bucks would get him out.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
but
I'm going to still stand by my statement. At
I stand by that. I'll back that 100%.
But if you can get 60 grand, you get that money back when you're released from court. If you pay the whole thing and you don't pay a bail bondsman, you get all that money back.
Yeah, and you know what? If you can dish out like a payment of $60,000, you're probably not the kind of person who's going to get arrested for trying to kiss your neighbor and stab her motorcycle
and shoot her friend. I don't know, man. Have you ever seen American Psycho?
That's a great movie. Yeah, Patrick Bateman.
Just throwing that out there.
That's right, dude. Why don't you read the Orlando Sentinel one? It's got a personal connotation to it for all of us here.
Orlando Sentinel. Let me see if I can hunt down the. Oh, here he is. All right. So this one's like a little less funny. This is a little more something that we should be concerned about, but I'll let you guys decide. So the headline reads, YouTube star claimed to be very powerful, threatened lawsuit during Disney arrest.
Okay. Okay, honey. I am sure.
Disney with a lawsuit?
Yeah.
So let me hold on. Let me
powerful than they will ever be.
Let's get a little bit down into the article and let's see what you guys think about it. So I'm gonna read this word for word. I won't paraphrase this one. So a YouTuber with a large social media presence is encouraging his fans to boycott Disney World following his arrest at the park on Sunday. So Jason Ethier, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, who goes by I'm J Station. If somebody would do me a favor, actually, and
I'm looking him up right now.
Yeah, let's see how many subscribers he has. So I'm J Station was arrested at Walt Disney World on charges of trespassing, resisting arrest without violence, and then he was taken to Orange County Jail with a $1,200 bond, and has since been released. I'm sure
You said I
can afford
am
that.
J Station or I'm J Station?
Oh
I'm
shit.
J Station.
Yeah,
well-
he's got like 1.8 mil.
He's got 1.8 million.
Yeah, but so he's
He
still
is
he's-
YouTube famous. Goddamn.
But he's no H3H3. He's no iDubbbz.
Oh,
He's no
he's a
filthy friend.
clickbait whore. He's a clickbait whore, like to the max.
He's no hi. I think I'm real.
My God, did you see his fucking video?
Yes,
And
that's
he's
my
the
point.
worst YouTuber.
When I streamed last night, we ripped into that extensively.
Did anybody?
He's not even funny, boys.
Oh, y'all, I'm sorry. I was just
Wait, sorry, I zoned out there for a sec. What are we
Yeah.
talking
There can
That
only
was,
be one engine.
that was funny.
We're talking about how I think I'm real is not talented, funny, clever, or hot.
Actually,
We're talking
I'm
about
friends
I'm J
with
Station.
real.
Well, I'm not.
Well, anyway, regardless of that, we're talking
I
about.
gotta say, he does look hot though.
We're-
Coming from the perspective of a female person, hot.
Weebo's
I'm another
disavowed.
female person, and no, he is not.
All right.
I'm a younger generation female person.
I'm like probably the same age as you. How old are you?
I'm
Are you early
19.
20s, early 20s?
19.
Okay, I'm only a few years older than you, so
All right, girls.
We have different tastes. We have
This
different
is
tastes.
this is getting
I
derailed.
like
There's
big
less
beefy
competition.
men. I like big beefy men.
All right.
I have a wide eclectic taste.
All right.
What was that? What was that, Irate?
I said. So. Let's move on with this story.
Hey, look, Weebo is perfectly welcome to like whoever she likes.
That's
Doesn't
right,
matter.
man. That's right. That's
Doesn't
right.
Yeah, I'm
make
not
me think
gonna
any
fault
less
you
of
guys.
her.
Yeah, no, I'm not
That's-
gonna fault anyone for not liking who I like. That's just immature, ridiculous, and
That's right.
shit. Like, come
I
on,
mean,
we're
I mean,
mature adults.
I have Twitter friends who like Liz Reptile, for God's sakes.
Oh Lord,
Never mind, that is a sin.
that is not okay.
Get rid of the blasphemers.
Get rid of him. Rid of him.
Yeah,
Gas.
No,
Gas.
Alright.
I'm
So-
serious. I'm serious.
Gas.
You can be friends with whoever the hell you want. I'm not gonna fault you for it.
Me either, man.
Except Liz Reptile.
I agree too. I agree.
You have to love Daddy Putin though. Daddy Putin.
I am the father.
The trap schlong father. All right. So keep reading.
Do you want me to keep reading it, or should I just paraphrase through it to get to a new subject?
Yeah,
keep
you
reading.
can knock that bitch out and just move on. But I thought this was excellent, man. I'm YouTube famous.
So basically, on 6:30 Sunday afternoon, the deputies were asked to respond to Disney's Ticket and Transportation Center by the Disney security. Ether, who's 28, was, quote unquote, was extremely upset due to the fact his bag was taken by another guest at the park by mistake. But in a tweet that I'm J Station put out, he's saying that the cops took his camera, which is interesting. So the Disney security told it, man, I'm just gonna call him Jay because I'm sick of trying to pronounce his last name.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Disney security told Jay that he could reclaim his property by calling guest claims or checking lost and found. So going back to earlier in the article, he's saying that he got mad because he's saying that the guest took it. So going back to the article, he refused to listen to these options and continued to verbally berate the manager's deputy said. On Twitter, Jay threatened legal action against Disney, claiming that his camera was stolen by Disney security guards and the Orlando Police Department. So he doesn't even know who the fuck to blame right now. He's saying the guest, he's saying the security, he's saying the cops. So Disney security asked Jay to leave after he began filming the baggage check, a violation of Disney policy according to the arrest affidavit. Authorities say that now I'm just reading his name wrong all over. Authorities say that while Jay was being escorted out of the park, he squared his body towards the deputy and began yelling at him. So he went into like, I'm gonna fight you mode.
Dude, FITE.
Like, that's fucking stupid, first of all.
Yep.
That's exactly how you're gonna get your shit back.
That's right, that's how you get your brains blown out. Stupid.
That's like an extreme sense of entitlement, though, when you feel comfortable enough.
He's YouTube famous, god damn it. What do you mean?
No, but when you feel comfortable enough with the cops to be like, bitch, fuck you. Like, did your mama not teach you respect?
Yeah.
Specifically with regards to police officers? Dude, really?
You know, on a slightly separate note, does anyone think that 1.8 million subs makes you famous?
No.
Not really.
Because I don't.
No.
Because you're talking about like 1% of like the Western world follows you.
Hey, I know.
Granted, how much of the
How do you
world
feel about
actually has
percent?
internet? How much of the population of the entire world actually has internet, though? Just curious.
It's not much.
Or like, how much of the world actually goes on YouTube?
Wait, wouldn't that be 0.35% of America?
America
Yes,
has
yeah.
320 million people.
Yeah.
That would not be 1% of the Western world. If you're looking at the entirety of the Western world, you're looking at like 0.01%.
That's actually less than 1% of California and New York City combined.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I mean, I get really irritated at like people who think they're famous on YouTube because they have the same audience as like a local radio station DJ has. That doesn't make you famous.
Hey, that guy thinks.
Well, no,
he is.
but like, how about how many active YouTube channels are there? I mean, like, there's, 1 billion active users each month. 1.8 million of that is maybe... Ugh, I hate math. Someone finish this problem point.
How many
Basically,
how many dead subscribers someone has, and I don't mean like, well, I'm sure there's literally dead people, but I mean also like accounts that
Active
don't use
dead.
anymore, but yeah, like active users who actively tune in. I mean, Andy
Yeah.
has almost 300,000. and he still only gets a couple thousand viewers during every live stream.
Yeah, but that's
So-
live
well,
streams
still-
are really a lot of people's speed, especially on YouTube. If you go to Twitch, however, that's a different
Well,
story
yeah,
because they actually
yeah.
go there for live streams.
Here's a-
Still, though, it's just,
but
just think of that
just-
small number compared to the huge number. Like, it's
Okay.
I'm gonna stick
Look,
with my
well-
my original position that I've made before in the past, which is there's only one celebrity on YouTube. It's Occam's Sprouter's crush, PewDiePie.
Shane Dawson.
Occam's razor.
Shane Dawson.
PewDiePie is amazing. But look, here's
I'll have you know that I am the biggest celebrity you will ever meet. I'm just kidding.
Do you guys even know who I am? I am Rae Savage. God damn.
A way to put this whole thing into perspective. A good way to put this thing into perspective is if you look at the top 50 biggest YouTube channels, 50th biggest YouTube channel has 14 million subs. That's
Well,
like
I was-
the top 50. So, I mean, in order to be in the top 50, you have to have like 14 million. So to be in the top 100, you still probably have to be over 10 million.
Well,
Maybe.
I don't know that those people are celebrities either, because
there's
can you name them?
Again, but like, what constitutes a celebrity? Like, maybe
you got Smosh, you got
Paparazzi.
Smosh,
I think the
PewDiePie.
difference between PewDiePie
TMZ.
and everyone else is the world at large heard of him.
Right.
Well, that's all thanks to. I mean, basically, the reason why the world at large was because fucking New York Times and everybody. He said one bad word, and
Yeah,
that's
yep.
when the whole world fucking figured out who he was.
Fair
Dude, he gets-
enough, but whatever
He
works.
gets like 86,000 subscribers a day. Like I was looking at his analytics, and he gets a lot. But one thing I wanted to say before the subject changes is I wasn't paying attention, but somebody referenced earlier about the amount of sub counts or subs that Andy Worski have versus how many people watch his stream.
Mhm.
One thing you have to remember is that even though it says 3,000, those 3,000 people are interchanging. Like right now
In
we
and
have
out,
22.
right.
Yeah, we have 22 people watching. I guarantee you we're at like probably 50, 60, 70 views.
All
by
right,
different
here's
people.
I'm looking at Andy's social blade right now, and his daily view count averages around 32,000 views a day. Right?
yeah, but that's not for a single video.
That's not right. That's for
probably
his
a
right.
good
That's
number.
for all of his stuff, right? And there's probably about 6,000 at the end of a stream, 6 or 7,000 that have come and gone, right? So that tells you, after almost 300,000, that's relatively what 1.25% of his crowd looking at his stuff. So I mean, that's good stuff right there. I mean, he's making good bank off of that shit.
Even then, when I've watched PewDiePie live stream, and I've watched people like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, which are other really famous, within the top 30 or 20 biggest YouTube channels, reputations on YouTube. Whenever they stream, they can get anywhere up to like over 30,000 people watching them at once.
Shit, Jax Films was just streaming a couple days ago. I was watching his shit, and he was just announcing one of his videos, and he's like, holy shit, there's 14,000 people watching, there's 10,000 people watching. He's like, god damn. And he's not even in the 10 mil range yet, right? I'm pretty sure. So like that fool just, and that's within minutes of him going live. That's not after an hour. So it's like, and those people are
not
constantly
bad.
changing. I'm really starting to side rail the conversation.
Well, see, in the nature of this whole deal, man, it blows my mind that fucking 10 people like my shit enough to just subscribe to it and watch it. When I put something out or when I stream or something. I appreciate like people like like Goat Man, like Malevolent Rider. People that show up, and I know that these people, they support viewing wise, they support people like like Weebo, myself, Miles, Rae, all of us, Occam, and even Sir
Yeah,
Adamantine,
shout out.
who just started, you know, people watch us, and it's amazing.
I still can't believe, like, I started doing, you know, I started just streaming, like, what, 2 months ago, a month ago, and like, you know, like on my streams, I'll look down, I'll just like alt tab real quick and check it out, and I'll be like, fuck, there's 22 people watching me. What the fuck? Like, who even wants to watch me play a game? And I'm not even talking. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking when I'm playing the game, yeah, and I'm animated and shit, but I'm not talking like this. You know, I only talk like this on fucking Wednesdays and Sundays. So it's like, it's a trip that people are like, oh yeah, I want to hear this fucker read and play video games. It's like, what the, why? What did I do?
Right.
Because
I mean,
other people
it was
have
like
no
a
lives.
month
I don't know.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, just seeing 25 to you know, 25 people and up watching me play a game by myself is fucking weird. It's a trip.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be internet famous.
Right. You know,
I want my sloppy drunken streams to be something where I know everyone in the chat, except, you know, occasionally someone will stop by and then I'll get to know them and they'll be one of them too.
Dude, I want.
Oh, so
see,
you want
here's.
to be
One of
a
us.
obscure
One of us.
type YouTube personality.
I
What's
just
that?
want to.
I said if you want to be one of those obscure hipster type YouTube personalities.
There's nothing hipster about me. I want to. I want the people I know. I want the people who watch to be people I know or get to know. I don't want to, what happened to Tonkasaw, and you know, he's bitched about this too, and I feel him. It's like there was a time not very long ago where he could look at his chat and he'd be like, yeah, I know you people.
Yep.
And that all escaped him now because of popularity.
Yeah.
And now there's far more than he can ever know.
I'm just giving you shit, by the way.
Oh,
I sympathize with that because I don't know. There's a little bit more familiarity with a smaller group of people watching you, and there's something more appealing about that than the big crowds like on Worski Live when you just cannot even read the chat whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, some people want to be famous. Some people want to make a. Don't disrespect either of them, but
Yeah.
there are other people, I being one of them, who I just want what I do to be the equivalent of going to a bar and drinking with friends.
we're going fishing.
Well, fishing's gross, but
You can't
You know what
fit
I'm
like
saying.
you can't fit 10 people on a little boat on a little.
By the way,
Um,
apparently I'm supposed to be giving Platy a shout out in the chat.
Hey,
Platy,
Platy.
here's a shout out.
That's right.
All right.
All right. And also, if Big Brian wants to come on, I've invited him to come and hang out if he wants to. He's had to cancel his thing for tonight, so.
oh, no drunken cooking tonight.
Oh,
No.
guys. Should we go back to the article or should we just leave that lie right there?
Yeah, just
Is
Yeah,
this-
let's move on, bro.
Alright, let's leave it lie.
Let's make them laugh.
All right.
It's time to laugh.
Oh, but one thing I do want to tell you, like, note that in the article, the cops grabbed his arm and he yanked it away. So, like, yeah,
So-
he was going out of his way to fucking.
Right. And dude, you know, if he has a chance or one of his fans has a chance to see this, he's a dick. Okay, y'all? Just let's get real with that shit. It's dick as shit.
God damn it! You know what? This is if I just even say the name of this, everybody's just gonna get pissed off. So, all right, guys, are you ready? I'm gonna start with the first two words.
Florida man.
Florida man. But, dude, we can actually just talk about the fucking headline. Florida man drove drunk on scooter with dog and shopping bag.
Yeah, you don't need
What
to
up,
mention that
Irate?
at all.
Hey, Brian. Everybody say hi to Big Fat Brian. He's joining us. We're talking about
What's up?
we're talking about Florida man doing some. What was he doing?
Oh yeah.
He was.
What's wrong with having a dog in a shopping?
I mean, it's a shopping bag. I mean,
That seems pretty normal, right?
you know what? Here's the. Oh God! Here's the sub headline. He said he had a vodka cranberry at 10 a.m.
Oh. Well, that'll
That's
do
like-
it.
Yeah. So, they gave him a fucking. All right, so a Florida man who was driving drunk on a scooter with a dog and a shopping bag was arrested Thursday afternoon on a DUI charge, according to the Palm Bay Police Department. The incident began around 1 p.m. So that must have been one strong ass fucking vodka cranberry at 10 a.m.
Well,
One part cranberry, 18 parts vodka.
I think
in a supersized McDonald's cup.
Little bit of
not-
PCP.
it's just a handle. It's just a handle of vodka with like 3 drops of cranberry in it to make it fucking change color.
Who drinks at like 10 a.m. though? Honestly.
I do.
Well, I am a college student who is not of drinking age yet, so don't try to like befuddle me with your wiles or what have you.
I don't know
All
about
right.
you, Miles, but 21 never stopped me.
That's right.
Shit, man.
We will
You know
be
what?
a
Hey.
dip.
I'm a good potato.
You'll be a
Actually-
dipsomaniac before you know it.
You guys are gonna be. Who's bouncing back right now? You guys are gonna be surprised by this, but I didn't fucking start drinking until I was 22. Believe it
Oh,
or
Really?
not. Cheers to all you guys.
Damn.
I started
made up-
drinking when I was 12.
I made
In
up-
reality, though, I
When I
know
was
this
in
for a fact.
Macedonia.
I am the funniest fucking drunk you will ever meet.
Hey, nope, you're under 21. We'll talk about that in a couple weeks when you age up a little bit.
Exactly.
I'll be 20 in a couple weeks.
Oh,
Well,
yikes.
Fuck it. We'll talk about this story.
You haven't even
here
lived
in
life.
A couple weeks.
Hey, Brian, you coming in hot, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I just was hopping on to let you guys know that the stream is canceled, and I actually sort of have to go.
Oh. Well,
I know. I wish I could stay, but lady,
Disappoint, Brian.
Sounded
my-
like a disappointed girlfriend, Irate. Oh,
my lady is waiting in the other room.
I got you.
Anyway,
Go
Oh,
go.
they're gonna go Netflix and chill. All right,
yep,
big
pretty
Brian.
much thug life.
Hey, man.
Brian, have
Hell
fun. You let us
yeah.
down.
You gonna do the drinks with friends with Sir Adamantine and us tomorrow?
Yes, yeah, tomorrow, yeah.
All right, I'll hit you up. All right, man.
Okay, thug life, guys.
Thug live, brother.
Later, guys. Hey, would it be weird if I drank O'Doul's during the fucking drinking with friends? Because technically, I'd still be drinking beer.
Sure.
Isn't that non-alcoholic?
Yeah.
Unacceptable. I want you drunk.
That's not.
God
It's
damn.
not beer.
Dude, I have fucking 2 drinking streams to do tomorrow. I have drinking with friends. Oh my god, dude. Drinking with friends. And then later, I have an 18-pack stream that I have to do. So I'm gonna be fucking destroyed by the
Pace.
fucking end of the day.
Pace
dude.
yourself.
I'm literally, and dude, on weekends, I drink as soon as I wake up. Sorry. Oh man, I'm putting myself out there on that one. Fuck it, let's share today.
Yeah. I'm no better than you, Miles. So
That's,
you're
fuck man, we're 2 in the same. God damn.
Mhm.
Cheers to you. So the guy that was riding down the street on a scooter with a dog was 61, by the way.
What was the whole thing about? Why is it bad to have?
So what? You cut out right on the end of that one.
Why is it bad to have a dog in a shopping bag? That seems pretty innocent to me.
Well,
Like a
it's
shopping bag that's plastic.
Dude, if you're fucked up and you're swerving around on a scooter in traffic or something like that, and you got a dog, you're putting something in danger that's not willing to be put in danger.
Okay, so
Well, but that, but
so-
also like plastic bags can suffocate, and if it's
well,
a small
I
enough
would-
dog, that might be an issue.
fair Weebo. I was thinking like like a cardboard kind of bag.
Oh, he's thinking about a California reusable bag, basically. That fucking new law we got.
Yeah, no, I live in the Midwest. We don't have that kind of Greenpeace bullshit type of law.
Dude, I went
you
to
in
fucking.
Chicago too, Weebo?
I went to
Chicagoland
Nevada.
area. But that's
I
only on breaks.
Oh, we're almost all Midwesterners here.
Oh,
Hey,
Weebo. I might see you IRL one day, just out of the grocery store. I'm in Chicago.
Probably.
And-
Oh, by the way, since I have you here and people here are like in the Midwestern area, I'm having like a 21st birthday meetup in the Midwest next year. So keep your calendars open.
Well,
Around this
I'll
time.
keep mine open. That would be hella cool, actually. Like mini mini meetup type thing for the small people.
Well, you know, Occam's in Iowa and I'm in Minnesota, so we're kind of neighbors.
I could go.
Noise.
He just went to Macedonia. He'll go anywhere he wants to.
Yeah, he didn't
Well, I
get,
say
he
that
didn't
'cause
get the prostitute.
I say that because, like, I do like I like the fact that I have such a small enough channel that I can actually like kind of interpersonally connect with individuals on that kind of a basis. So I thought it would be cool to do something for that kind of the following for my 21st birthday, just to, you know, do something as a I don't want to say community because that's bullshit, but like as a group, kind of like just to shoot the shit in real life. It'd be fun.
You won't be small for long.
Yeah, that would be hella cool to have like a mini type thing. Well, yeah, I could see your channel blowing up, especially because you were on Warski. I'm not good enough for Warski. Press F for.
While I am still small, how about that?
I'm just not good enough.
You're all,
Yeah,
Small channel, thick waist. Yeah, I got some nice childbearing hips there.
but everyone
Hell
knows
yeah.
everyone knows who you are, Weebo, so it's only a matter of time.
Thick squad.
True.
that's
On
damn
both accounts,
Skippy,
thick
man.
squad and yeah.
Weebo's awesome. Her greatest asset though is between her ears.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I was
My eyes are pretty.
when you started that sentence, I thought it was taking a dirty turn.
Not.
No, he would never. He's like
She's like my niece. man.
Irate Prostate is very close to my heart. He's dear and near. You know how that is.
We's tight,
He is.
kinda. Miles,
Is like a brother,
Yeah,
an old brother.
What's up, man?
you all right, man?
No, yeah, I'm just letting you. Yeah, just letting you guys talk
Just
amongst
get-
yourself.
Okay. Just make sure you get a hit off that ball.
Oh, actually, I do need to fucking pack another bowl, and I need to refill my vape. Luckily, I got my weed right here, so that's cool.
You want me to
But,
read one,
like,
man?
Let's hold on. I'm not. There's still a few details that people are inquiring
well,
about.
Fucking A, man. Let us answer those questions for them.
So this is gonna answer Sir Adamantine's question right here. So the fucking dog jumped out of the bag, basically.
Onto a
So-
freeway?
Well, he stopped to get the bag, but instead ended up losing control of the studio or the scooter and injuring himself. So he his dog jumped out and he just fucking hit the ground, like right away. Basically. So that's what all this shit's about.
Oh,
That mother. He's
poor puppy.
no, the puppy's fine. He's the one who got fucked. Puppy just jumped right out of the bag and landed on the ground, fine. And he's the one who hit the ground because he drank a fifth of vodka with a drop of cranberry juice.
Well, at least the puppy's okay. That's what matters.
Yeah, no, he's fine. He said he only had 2 ounces of vodka at 10 a.m. and this is at 1 p.m. So this motherfucker.
Two ounces of vodka isn't gonna get anyone.
It's like a super mega lightweight. Like
Yeah, no, dude, he was
believably-
barely. Well, still though, this wouldn't. I mean, statistically speaking, this wouldn't really. 2 ounces of vodka in the morning wouldn't be in your blood until 1 p.m. at this rate.
Are they
But
sure he
he
wasn't
only-
high on something?
No, it takes a healthy liver. It takes an hour for 1 ounce of alcohol.
Yep, to be processed.
Yep.
Well, there is a possibility, like if they're really a tiny person, there is a susceptibility in some Asian cultures for a person to have a really adverse reaction to alcohol.
There's yeast. There's this
other-
yeast condition, man, where your body can actually make alcohol.
Yeah.
It's
From
re-
the-
that's
So
yeah, it's
there
really
are a few
rare
con-
shit. Yeah, there's instances where that can actually shit can happen.
I'm
The
gonna
only-
guess since this is Florida, there was meth involved.
Probably. Let's be real.
There's nothing else listed, and he only blew a .094. In California, the legal drinking limit is 0.8.
Yeah,
How much you want to bet the guy was on some sort of meds too?
maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
downers?
little
Or like
Xanax.
Xanax or
Yeah.
something? Yeah. That's how I got my DUI, was on Xanax. Not that I've ever done any drugs, but yeah, I was on 10 milligrams of Xanax.
Oh
and
my
I drank
God.
2. I used to take 15 milligrams a day.
Holy moly.
Not that I've ever done it before, but so like so
Awesome.
yeah, dude. It was bad, dude. The cop, I guess, I don't remember this. I was completely blacked out, but I was not able to take a field sobriety test. And he was like, dude, you're blowing .07. And I was like, I was being super cooperative, but I couldn't take my field sobriety test. Like, so what happened was I went to pick up my friend and we switched drivers, and this lady saw how crazy I was driving. I don't know how I was driving a stick shift 79 fucking Toyota Celica blacked out on Xanax, but I must have been doing a shitty job because like she followed me. I could have killed somebody, so this isn't really that funny, but it is in a sense because no one died. But like, I went to go pick up my friend and she followed me and said that we switched drivers, gave an exact description of my clothing, my sweatshirt, my hat, the color of my pants, and yeah, it was nuts. And then I woke up from a blackout in jail, and it was the first time I was in jail, and I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I'm like beating on the door, like, where am I? And the cop shows up and he's just like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Quit it. And I was like, where's my belt and my sweatshirt and my shoes? And they're like, we didn't want you killing yourself. And I'm like, all right, well, so I'm in jail. Fuck. It was fun.
Yeah, I will say, if you're disoriented and some shit like that goes down and you don't know what's going on, it's a little bit weird, actually, because I literally had that this week when I passed out from blood loss. It was fucking wonky as shit.
When you wake up, you have no idea. Like, you could be in your house, and like the first couple seconds, you don't even recognize where the fuck you are.
Yeah, no,
Oh
like
my
when I
God,
passed
this
out,
is-
I didn't even know how I got to that point, because apparently I had like gotten up, but I don't remember getting up, and I had walked a certain amount of distance. Don't remember that either. The next thing I remember, I was coming up from the floor.
This is like the end of most of my streams.
This is it might be how failure feels when he wakes up earlier.
Oh my God.
Alrighty.
He's gonna feel like shit today when he wakes up, man.
That sucks, dude.
Dude, that's gonna hurt.
I heard that he drank a lot. I didn't watch it, but a few people were.
Well,
telling
he
me
also
that
did a thing of this hot sauce, man.
What?
He drank this
Hot
huge
sauce?
thing of this huge thing of hot sauce. So I mean,
What?
What? Yeah, he is gonna shit blood tomorrow, dude. It's gonna be nasty.
So, I heard he, yeah, I heard he drank a bunch, and now you're telling me he drank hot sauce. So his stomach is probably like, nope, hell no, boy. Like, fuck, man, that's crazy. Who just randomly drinks a shitload of hot sauce? Well, I mean, obviously, you
I'm
answered that
guilty of
question.
doing that.
You should, hey, if you ever
I
get big,
did that-
Weebo, you need to go
Yeah.
to fucking Hot Ones.
All right. But no, I did do a hot sauce challenge in like middle school when I was a kid.
Well, I've also snorted a pixie stick when I was a little kid. I did a lot of fucking dumb shit.
Not
when
the
I was
only
little.
one that did that.
No, you're
I
not.
did.
Yeah, definitely. I did that in study hall. I also smoked weed in study hall. I've done a lot of dumb shit. I drank a, fuck, what was it? It was like vodka that I didn't know was vodka. My friend handed me a water bottle, and I just fucking slammed it, and it was fucked up. Like, I almost got kicked out of school that day.
Oops.
Dude, well, I slammed it so quick, it was ice cold, so I didn't smell it, and I was thirsty, and I just slammed it hella quick, and then by the time I realized it was vodka, I was like, fuck. It was ridiculous. I hated that day at school, dude. Like, I almost fucking got kicked out of my physics class.
Ew, physics.
I love physics. I love it. Like I was in AP chemistry before I dropped out in sophomore year.
Well, no, I like science. It's just I had a teacher that actually, like the year after I left, he got demoted from teacher to IT guy because we got a whole bunch of like iPads and shit, and he was the one that got to work on that. But I had that teacher the last year that he taught at that school, and goddamn, he was a shit teacher. He did not like kids at all.
The worst teacher I had was when the fucking PE teacher decided he was a math teacher. And that was fucking weak as fuck. He was a shitty PE teacher, and I don't know why they gave him the credentials for math, but that guy, oh yeah, my buzz is kicking in. God damn it. That guy was so shit. He'd be like, alright, so, let's flip over to page, hold on. Wait a second. And he's like fumbling through all of his notes, and you're just like, oh my god, dude. Like 1/4 of the period was just him trying to figure out how to teach every day.
I have a professor that's like that this year. She's teaching me ancient Greek. The language.
That's what. She's a vocational teacher, and she sucks at it.
No. She's a professor of languages, and she doesn't know how to teach fucking languages. And I'm learning ancient Greek from her, which is a dead language, which makes it even harder.
Fuck, I'm gonna go get a college degree right now. I'm gonna be a teacher. You guys want to learn anything? Fuck, dude. I'll do some sex ed straight out the gate. Like, I'll start with that one. I'm pretty familiar with that. I didn't have to read a book for that one.
This reminds me of a random story, which probably only Irate will appreciate. Irate, there was one day where my English teacher in high school, who's obviously a stoner, he walked into class one day. He turned on a record player and just played a Doors album and didn't say a word for the entire class.
What? Why wouldn't I fucking appreciate that? That's sick as fuck. Dude, that would be the fucking sickest shit. You know what's fucked up? This is the only thing I don't like about my physics teacher. My first physics teacher. That motherfucker, you guys know who Fluffy is?
You mean
the comedian?
Yes.
Gabriel Iglesias, right?
Yeah.
He fucking came to my school right at the height of his buzz. Right when he was, well, not at the height. It was like right when he was fucking getting up there. I'm in 9th grade. My fucking physics teacher wouldn't let us go. Like, he was like, nope, sorry guys, we gotta do this physics class. And I was like, I have an A+. Can I go? And I was failing every other class. I was like, this is the only class I'm doing good in, and you won't let me go see Gabriel Iglesias? And he's like, no. And I was like, he's in the cafeteria right now. And fucking, it was shit.
He didn't let you leave the class just to go see a celebrity in school?
Yeah, he wanted it. He was so hellbent. And I was the only person in that class that had an A+, and he wouldn't let any of us go because too many people had C's.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Welcome to communism.
Yeah, this is like back in like fucking 2004. 2005-ish.
It was the beginning. It's in California. See, they're like 5-10 years ahead of everybody else on the communist shit.
Yeah, if you guys want to know how your state's gonna get fucked soon, look at California, and it'll be there in 10 years.
Yes, sir. See?
I'm good. My state's already in the gutter.
Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my state, okay? I was born here. I fucking spent most of my life here. I've lived in Oregon for 5 years, but California is where my heart is. You know what I mean? Like, I love how I can get any single climate I want in this state just by driving a few hours. Like, it's fantastic. And
I actually don't prefer my home state of Illinois. I like Wisconsin a lot better.
Oh, so you like cheese? That's cool.
I do.
It was too boring of a state.
Yeah.
I really like California, and I love going there, and I've been there many times, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah, no.
If it makes any better sense, I live up in the fucking mountains.
No, that makes
so I'm not fucking you know, I do drive down to fucking the state capitol every day, but like,
I know where that
Oh,
is.
so you're by Sacramento.
I'm an hour away from Sacramento. I'm up north.
That's
Well,
actually
I'm-
fairly conservative for California, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be Jefferson soon if they actually pass it, which is basically a more conservative version of California.
I dislike Iowa because Iowa doesn't have interesting things like mountains.
Hey man,
Yeah, but man, think about your night sky, man. Most places don't have
I will
the
be right
night
back.
sky that you get, man. You
To
know?
go out and look at the night sky, actually. It's a thing I like to do.
Yeah.
And we do have one of the coolest looking state government buildings in the country as well. The
Yeah.
one with the gold, pure gold dome on top.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like a naked platypus on the top of it, or blowing up like a giant trumpet or some shit with bat
No.
wings. With bat wings.
Naked platypus.
Actually, yeah, I believe so. I think that's a thing.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It was like inspired by like H.P. Lovecraft and shit, right?
Or yeah, that's definitely the state history of Iowa right there.
Occam, I'll take Minnesota over Iowa.
Oh, I bet you will.
Now, hold on, Iowa's not that great of a state.
It was roboting really bad on my end.
Come on.
What's roboting?
They're good
Everyone's
for me.
mics are on my end, but that might be my end. I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
everyone sounds fine for me.
Weebo.
Yeah.
It's my end then.
Probably.
I'll head out early now since I can't understand half what's being said, but thanks for having me on.
Alrighty. Have a
And
good
have
night.
a good night, everyone.
You too.
I'll be here next Friday. Hopefully my mic and headset will be better.
Alrighty. Take it easy.
You too.
Bye bye.
Right. And we are looking at just like a couple more minutes until the 2 hours is up.
Wow, that went by really fast.
This is flown by, man. This is anybody got anything they want to talk about before we end it? It's just such a nice, peaceful, relaxed ending here that we're having. I feeling good.
Cord, I did post my friend's YouTube channel, the one I was talking about, doing the
Yep. Oh, and
No,
also in our description, Mad Woman Muses, her stepdaughter passed away, and there's a GoFundMe to help pay for the interment. And I encourage everybody, donate what you can. Mad Woman Muses is she's awesome. I don't spend a lot of time with her, but I do like go to her blog often and stuff and read about. She's got like a great history being Cuban American, and she talks a lot about, I'm fascinated, of course, with Soviet Russia and the Soviet influence on Cuba and all that shit, and she's written a lot about that. So I really like her stuff, and
Yeah,
it's
and
really sad her loss.
She's extremely sweet and extremely supportive of like various YouTubers. So she deserves all the support that anyone else gives her.
Yeah, I only know her in passing, but any experience I've ever had with her, she's been dull.
Yep. 100% good person.
Alright, I'm back. Your boy's back. So, Irate, what the fuck, man? The last time me and you streamed together, we fucking got you like, what, like eight or 9 subscribers? We only got 2 right now.
It was really, man, I'm telling you, it's weird because like those subs that we got that night, I lost like 5 of them, got 5 back, and lost 3 and got 2 back. And then, it's been this really weird give and take week. It's been funny as hell.
Miles, I think Miles, I think we need a 24-hour give Irate sub stream.
Fuck y'all.
Dude, you know how much?
No way, dude.
I don't think
Until it's at 1,000.
I don't think that I can drink 200 beers. Like that might be detrimental to my health, because I don't know if you guys pay attention to how many beers get opened when I'm on a live stream, but it's like fucking.
Oh, I saw the physical evidence. Remember?
Yeah, I drink way too much beer. I'm probably gonna die at 34. I don't know, but
Here's the thing. Forget the 24-hour streams.
Yeah.
An infinity stream, or until Irate hits 1,000 subs stream, whichever comes first.
No,
Hey,
both
what
Miles
if-
and I would die.
yeah, I don't think we would be able to survive that. We could start a, we
Yeah.
could fucking just put a chronic
Look,
stream
I'm
on that never stops.
I'm gonna whore myself out and ride enough dicks. I'll get my own subs the right way by whoring myself. Okay, just like every other respectable YouTuber out there, man. You know,
Oh,
I only fuck, dude.
because
I only
I'm a
have, like,
dick
fucking-
riding sub whore, and I'm gonna stay that way.
I only have 53 subs. Like, so fuck, man.
yeah. Well, Miles, either way, you and I definitely drink contest sometime.
Well, you know,
That'd be a bad idea, dude.
it's time to go ahead and close out the stream for the night. So anybody got anything they want to share before they split?
My channel,
Please, Weebo.
go sub to it. And
That's
we're
right.
gonna come out with I got part 3, well, chapter 3 of the IQ series. I got another snarky video coming out, and it's gonna be on a familiar face within the community.
Cool.
And then an interesting thing that I stumbled across this week, kind of a gross video, but it'll be entertaining for me.
Cool.
Is it a slow motion version of you getting a black eye? Because I would not want to watch that.
Dude.
No. It's so much better, but so much worse.
Oh, I don't know. That sound okay. Just the tone in your voice makes me be like, I don't think that's something I want to see.
All right. So
Let's just say it's enough reason why women should not belong in the kitchen any longer.
oh my God.
Oh yeah, dude, I've cooked better than any woman I've ever dated. So, fuck it, whatever. As long as you guys help me do the dishes, I'm good.
That's
I'm
right.
serious.
I'm with you,
I'm
dude.
dead ass-
You are
I'm
taking
dead-ass
this
serious.
way too innocently.
You are a keeper. You are a keeper, dude.
What?
Yeah. Remember Drinks with Friends tomorrow? That's 4 o'clock Eastern. That's 3 o'clock Central and 1 o'clock Pacific. And I do want to check out Big Fat Brian and I next Thursday. We do a 3 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. We do this thing called Hot Takes on Netflix, and we look at movies that are on Netflix this week. We're going to look at the live action film version of Full Metal Alchemist. So, and then the week after that, we're going to do the new movie Titan. So that's what I got to plug. We are out of time, but I do want to say thanks everybody for coming in, hanging out with us. It's been a really fun night. Come back next week, and we'll see you then. This is Irate Prostate along with Sir Adamantine, Weebo Jones, Occams Razor, and MilesBeats saying good night.
Hell yeah.
Adios.
Everybody have a fucking good week.